So we went to the Twin Oaks Hotel car boot just off junction 29. It's normally not a bad car boot. There was a little bit of rain about, so I might put a few off. A few bits and bobs on here, but if it had been 50p or even a quid, I might have took a punt on them just to resell, but I've got most of them in collection. But it's always worth a gander, you never know what the prices are going to be. This caught me out, it's Captain America. It's got obviously cards in there, so that were quite cute, that. I didn't ask the price, so I didn't bother in the end, but they had top trumps on there as well. I can remember them when I was a kid, but obviously they're not the old ones, they're the newer sort of type of ones, aren't they? Can't beat a little Mario, eh? Little Teddy. Nearly did, but I put him back down. We picked up FIFA Street 2, got that for £2. I don't know, this guy was selling quite a lot, but his prices, that Super Nintendo, he wanted £100 for that. I thought I quite mint it, and the Sega Master System 2, I wanted 60 for that. I've seen it a little bit cheaper, so I thought, no, I'm not going to bother with that. I do want a Super Nintendo, but I have seen it a lot cheaper than that. These games weren't cheap neither, nothing that I thought I was going to buy to resell or anything like that. So we left them alone. We had a quick nose on here, but that were £22 for that. You can get like the extra £2, so no bargains really on this store at all. So we moved on to the next one. I don't do this myself, I won't have a clue with Pokemon, so I'm not going to step into that territory, leave that for everybody else. I ain't got a clue when it comes to any of that sort of that stuff. Again, so we had a look over here in that queue, yeah, I wanted £50 for that, but they do put a lot of work into this 3D printing, don't they? But how cool are them? But yeah, £50 at car boot, don't think I'd bother. These magazines were quite nice as well, had quite a lot in there. They do catch my eye. I think this were Gremlins, this one on front, isn't it? Looks like that. They do catch my eye, but I'm not currently collecting for these. If they're really cheap, I might buy them to maybe resell, but I didn't bother in the end. A few bits and bobs on here. There were a few PSP movies on here as well, although particularly one I picked up. Did I get it? We'll have to see at the end if I did pick that up. A few other games and things like that. Now this was a £5 box. They had two of these, and they go for a little bit more when I checked. So I did pick that one up. These were sealed games. I nearly did. They were selling for a couple of quid. Could I have made on that? Should I have picked a few up? I don't know. I left them alone, didn't bother in the end. So, wasn't the best car boot haul. There were some bits and bobs on there, but I think they were too expensive, personally. We did pick up a few bits up. We got FIFA Street 2. Got that for £2. And then we picked up Operation Winback. And we got that for £2 as well. And then I picked these up to resell. So we got Spider-Man 2 on the PSP movie, and I paid £2 for that, and it goes for a little bit more than that, so we'll resell that. But this one, I'm half tempted to keep it, but Predator. Now, it's quite smart, isn't it? And that